Hello, my fellow streamers. As we are just about to take on Vermilion. And I am ready to cheese this boss to hell. He's different. You want to burst now? Yeah, we're cheesing this to hell. What the heck? Remember, you're cheesing this to hell. be good to use Aura Rain here. Yep. This is why we're cheesing it. You know what? I'm not even gonna try and spread that at this point. I thought this was gonna be like a really intense fight. Okay. Everybody's loving zone. Okay, cool. On crown. Okay. Well, now we can go in. There's one more thing that I want to just check. So I think it was like a hidden quest or something. Or something. I think Celteo has finally turned the corner when it comes to cooking. Ah, good for him. Maybe I can retire soon after all. There's no telling what'll happen in the city. But I do know one thing, I want to keep making delicious food for everyone to eat. We're gonna have limited access to ingredients going forward. We can get around that with some ingenuity. I've never been more fired up. Watch out, world. Here comes Celteo. Huh. What am I missing? Huh. I must have missed it. I think Vingsep has a bright future. Celteo and Nano working here. Crossbow has quite a bit of issues to overcome before I can retire, though. As long as we work together, I'm sure there's nothing we can't solve. East Street? Radio sick, just when I thought all of them madness was over, that tree had to show up and ruin my day. Oh, it looks to me like all you heard somewhere. Safe travels in it. So I may hope. Sounds like I'm wrong, sir? I can see that you've been honing your skills as a chef the way I told you to. Very well. Today I shall share with you our golden goose, a recipe handed down in my family for generations. There, accepted. Wow, what a way to fill out the last page of my recipe book. Wait, are you sure it's alright for me to have your secret recipes, Quick? Yes, and spare me your gratitude. The decision was mine, and in my kitchen, my word is law. Focus yourself not on your humility, but on your abilities. The path every chef must walk is an arduous one. Your best cooking lies ahead. Dedicate yourselves to your training as you have been, lest you falter. Right, I will. Good. Visit me again when you have the opportunity, and I will instruct you properly on the culinary house. You know, I've been wondering about this for a while now. You do remember that we never came here to train under you, right? You referred to our misunderstanding months ago. I hadn't forgotten. Your path is as a chef is a different matter, however. Take a closer look at your recipe book. Right there it says, name Lloyd Banks, affiliation, Crossbelt Culinary Foundation. As a member of the Federation, long hours, a sworn duty to teach any who come through our doors with this intel. Plain and simple. This is what you get for narrating the fine print. I never realized we were agreed to join a union when he gave it to us. Ha! Wasn't here, but hey, that ain't gonna stop me from updating my resume with pro chef when all this is done. Might even quit the police and open my own 5-star restaurant. Maybe you should try getting your own notebook first, right? Anyway, thanks for all you've done for us, and quit. Although I still think you are above it. You went above and beyond what was required. How many times must I refuse your thanks? Imparting my wisdom on bright young men and women is the only right thing to do. Now, as far as your police duties go, my cooking will always be here to energize you. So I'd very much like it if you ate them, so you can get to restoring peace and Crossbow. Don't make me say this more than once, but I also believe in your children. I think you can only get that if you've gotten all the rest of the recipes. Speaking of... served. Perfect. Oh. I think I'll get the rest of these all. Susan, how have you been today? Wonder, hoping you returned. Gazing out the bustling street the other day, right with great joy and vigor. Saw them in the area quite often, but even still, it pleased me to know that they get along so well. Our lives aren't crossbow but greater, the steady growth of our youth. I pondered this a great deal over my. Oh, how I'd love for these peaceful times to continue. That's all I can write for today, but I've prepared for you another small token of gratitude. I'd be simply divided. Feared never. Okay. Time for us to see. Nighttime Slayer. Periwinkle Nectar. Yep. Summer Breeze Blend, Impulse Popcorn, and Septicolored Sherbet. Summer Breeze Blend, Ah. Says me all. Okay. Cool. Oh. There's the impulse popcorn. White snow pudding, midnight delight, wonder candy. Midnight delight, wonder candy. There's another one. Don't think it had. Brilliant soup, sincere lunchbox, and powerful sandwich. Powerful sandwich. Oh. Brilliant soup. Sorry, I'm doing all this like prep work for the end game. Faithful, how do you fare today? Deeply great. Many visits to the gracious Jisa. Delicious dish you offer. Suddenly, I decided to try and make one myself. My mother had hammered her culinary teachings into me during my youth. Despite my zeal and confidence, fate had other plans. The cream stew I served dinner was not quite according to recipe. My family, however, spared me and complimented the taste. Although there are trying times, I am grateful that we are able to continue living our daily lives. May our days be peaceful. Sincere lunchbox. Powerful sandwich. Noodles, 3-day stew, turbo fry. Oh! Piquant. You're really supposed to be doing this throughout the course of the 3-day stew, turbo fry. All right. Sorry, I'm doing all this now. I really should have offered things more. Heaping omelet rice. Oh! Need hot pepper and petite carrot. Oh, whoops. Crash Grosens, since the Tyrian seasons, to you who offer dishes, I pray for your health. As for myself, I went to City Hall the other day, and came across an old acquaintance from my school years. She'd been away from Crossbell for a long while, but returned from her son's family, moved into town. Imagine our surprise bumping into one another. Neither of us had changed from our younger days. It had been some time before we last were in contact, so we reminisce about past trends throughout the years, as well as our difficulties during the war. Perhaps that fateful encounter was arranged by none other than the great Jizo. But I digress. I'll continue praying for your health. Goodbye, and may you be well. Okay. Must be something between the double burger and the... Oh, yes. I think that's the last one. To those who faithfully offer dishes, thank you for your bountiful offerings to the great Jesus. We were this area with my father when I was a child. Every day since I have prayed to the Jesus. The Chizo! Growing attached over time. Very few people visit the shrine anymore, but the fact that there are still kind souls like yourselves who does bring me much relief. It's reassuring to know that others share my sentiments. I apologize for the long letter, but please accept this small token. It's a pity we have to meet. We have yet to meet in person, but as long as I am in good health, I'll continue to visit the great Jesus each and every day. Perhaps it is only a matter of time before our paths cross. Wow. Is that everything? What? Okay. Well, there's one more place that we must visitor. Anyway. This time with the Chizo. Is that you, Special Support Section? Thank goodness you're all safe. Same to you, one. It's a relief to see you holding up already. Alright, part of the Metropolitan Division has taken out post here from the look of things. Was this place occupied by the Defense Force not too long ago? That's right, they withdrew after learning that the President was taken into custody. All the chaos has broken out above the violence. We need them to place their full attention on settling things down. Once they're cleared and reinforcements for Police HQ arrive to help quash any lingering disturbances. That's good to hear. Hey Juan, if you don't mind my asking what happened to the old Garcia. If I remember correctly, he's the one we have to thank for Lloyd's escape from the prison, correct? Yeah, I really owe him one for lending me a hand back there. Wait, what am I doing? I just admitted my guilt at the scene of the crime. Actually, your detainment was deemed unlawful the moment President Crow was apprehended, so no harm, no foul. No need to worry your head over it at all, especially when there are far more pressing matters at hand. As far as Garcia goes, he put up a fight against the Defense Force and was eventually restrained. We have him back at his old cell, where he's currently undergoing treatment. Treatment? I can't imagine he came out of there solo, but with the Defense Force completely unscathed. He's going to be bedridden for some time, yes. But if you'd like to visit him, I can arrange for that. What do you say, Lloyd? Should we? I should thank Garcia for what he did for me back then. Yeah, I'd appreciate that one. Sure thing. I'll have Melvin get you there. Visitation is 10 minutes maximum. As the inmate is currently injured, you have been granted special permission to greet him in his cell. Keep in mind that making direct contact with the incarcerated party or exchanging objects of any kind is strictly prohibited. Understood. Alright. Boss, you have visitors. Send them in. Hey, Carzan. Ha, we meet again, kid. Good to see you managed to round up your pals. Well, big fella, sure you should be sitting up right now? Heard you had a pretty nasty run-in with the defense force. I've been better. An exactly call hair bare-knuckle brawl against rivals and stun halberds stacked in my favor. Yeah, just sitting up was a struggle. What an embarrassment I am. I don't think any normal person could manage even that much. You certainly live up to your vaunted reputation as Zephyrs' killing bear. That said, this appeared to be the extent of his range of motion at present. Still owe you my thanks, Garcia. If you hadn't helped me escape this place back then, not sure how I ever would have found my friends, let alone made it this far. Lord. Ha. Came all the way here just to say that? I told you. Our little partnership was over the second we got past the front gate of the prison. In my eyes, you're still the punk bastard who took down Ravash. That ain't ever gonna change it. Got it? So you say, but that doesn't mean I can't express my gratitude. So thank you, Garcia. It's because of you that all of us are together again. And now that we are, we're going to teach the truth. We're going to reach the truth, resolve this incident, and protect Crossmill. I promise you that. Make me sick to my stomach how much you remind me of him. It's either your eyes, the tenacity, the way he wouldn't throw in the towel no matter what anyone says, or how hard his ass got beat. You're a spitting image of your brother, Bannings, through and through. Damn, old man. I'll take that as a compliment. Can't believe you got me to say that savvy garbage out loud. Don't you have somewhere else to be right now? Can't make good on the promise of your hand out here. So on, go on, beat it. Right, I get the message. Let's go, everyone. Damn, old Bear's holding it together a lot better than I thought he'd be. You're right. I'm sure he'll be fully recovered and back on his feet before long. That aside, I certainly was not expecting words of encouragement for someone like him. Definitely changed since we first met. All the crazy things he's been through this year, I can think. I think it only makes sense. What? Why are you looking at me like that? The way you said that, do you sincerely has nothing to do with you? Well, it does have that kind of effect on people. Huh? Come on, man. Being a babyface league killer is one thing. Did you seriously become a bear tamer while you were behind bars, too? He didn't seem to have you pegged perfectly. Right down to how alike you and your brother are. Okay, we are going to do the food portion. Of this. We're catching up from Thanks a bunch. Feel free to give me any more peculiar dishes you cook up. Okay, let's see what. Include potent bamboo. Alright. Pink liquid, brown liquid, purple liquid, potent bamboo, rubber. Secrecy popcorn. Bracing ice cream. Jiggly pudding, reflective chocolate, enigma candy. Yeah. Oh, shoot. Oh, that's exactly what I wanted. Thanks a bunch, free. Ah. Electric chocolate, enigma mechanic, magic soup, surprise lunchbox, warding sandwich. Surprise lunchbox, warding sandwich. Quattro Pomodoro. Better burger. Pasta needles. Omelet rice. Don't think I... Oh. Yeah. Didn't see that. Well, you kids have given me a whole buffet of peculiar dishes by now. Should be more than enough to help the forensics class out with their training. Thanks for really kicking up the storm. Don't mention it, won't. Always happy to lend a hand to the alma mater. Commendable as always, aren't we? You haven't changed a bit since those days. At the very least, let me give you something as a token of my appreciation. It's an Enigma 2 quartz we recently put into service. It's provided us with one extra, so I want you to have it. Wow, thanks, Juan. We'll be sure to make good use of it. It's the least I can do for all your help. Next time I need a hand, I know who to call. Oh, hey, SSS. I heard you guys were the ones who managed to liberate the city. And now you're off to finally put an end to all the turmoil here in Bucasto. Which means you're headed to that giant tree to rescue Kia, aren't you? Yeah, we are. I'm guessing Marielle and Sonia caught you up on all that? You know, you seem to be quite familiar with Kia's circumstances. Yeah, we had a lot of time to bond whenever I go pick Cam and Nan up from Sunday school. Can't believe what they put her through. Propping her up as some divine child or whatever after we became independent. It's not like I fully get everything that's been going on, or why. But I know she's waiting on you to come rescue her. So you do us all a favor and bring her home. And give her an extra hug for me, too. Yet another life that Kia and the SSF has. Get him. The kid has moxie. I'll give her that. Thank you, Yuna. Thank you, Juna. I think we needed to hear that. We plan to fulfill our duties to the best of our ability. You make sure you do the same, okay? Alright. Just leave it to me. I'll help on the ground however I can. That character was added because of Trails of Cold Steel 3. Status report. No. Slide in the vicinity of the academy. We will continue to remain on guard. Oh yeah. That's right. Okay. How do you get? Oh. Yeah, that's right. Crossbell City. The Julian. Man, I can't believe what's going on around there. I wish there was more I could do to give you guys a hit. Well, I had some of the good stuff. The good stuff? Talking about some urine ore, my boy. It's a metal that's sometimes found in ruins from the ancient civilizations. Over a year ago, some famous professor perfected a process for refining stuff and make some primo. If I could get my hands on some, I'd be able to make you top of the line weapons. I've been drafting them. Top of the line, eh? You do that for us? You have a dire need for greater firepower given the circumstances. I'll get cranking about the wink of an eye if I just had the materials. I think 5 small shards of this stuff should be enough for one. Mirror ore, huh? I think I actually have some shards that I found earlier. What's that? Figure out a lead on where to get hold of some? In that case, I'll start prepping to have these weapons made. Talk to me once again. What's you got? As a mirror ore, 5 shards will do. I'll get to fortune the second you do. Got it. Thanks, Mr. Guliam. You got somebody. Did you manage to find a 5-hole mirror ore shards? I can make you a weapon like you've never seen before with those things. Hey, I can get started right now. What do you say? Sure, let's do it. That's what I'm talking about. I only make one at a time, so I think long and hard about what kind of weapon you want. Gotta see which one I already have. Access ray. Zero breaker. Okay. Ah, shoot. I think I'll give Risha her ultimate weapon. Yeah, I'm ready to pick. Can you make this one? You got it, pal. Time for my skills to shine. Alright, it's all done. Go and take a look. Thank you very much, Mr. Gulam. I'm gonna put this to good use. Now, sweat detective. Anytime I get to handle material as fine as a mirror ignore, it's a blessing in my book. Sure to get that situation and crossbow back under control. You hear? Actually, I want to see. I see if, what's her name wants some books. Miss Imelda. So crows elect in a massive trees appear in the wetlands. The Orwell has been flooded with theories left and right, especially when it comes to that overgrown sapling. It's gonna be my big chance to push it in a brand new tourist attraction. That way I can rake in the riches after our diplomats stick defeated. I could get another one, it appears. And there's a lot of prep work. Okay. So we need a Kagamaru Hood, 3 of them. We need Kagamaru Haiori, 3 of them. Okay. Sheesh, we need 3 of each. Mega duty. We might need to play some games. Or... No sooner had martial law ended than that bizarre tree appeared out of thin air. Calvin and Arboni are no less a threat. It begged the question, what could I as an individual do in the face of such unprecedented hardship? The answer is the same for myself as it is for every one of us. We must think rationally and act on our best judgment. And this will make some excellent points. There's still a lot to learn, both as an engineer as a salesman. Nevertheless, I'm going to do everything in my power to help Crossbell in the here and now. What's with that giant tree? It's like totally insane. Like coming off of it is pretty and stuff, but I don't know, it just give me the creeps for some reason. Like what's gonna happen now? Entertainment. Oh. Yeah. Good play. Okay. Ace 2, 3, 4. Yep. A couple of rounds. Oh. 7-9, and I'm going by the old rules. I would have won that one if we were playing by the classical rules. Oh shoot! Could have done a 2-pair there. Huh. Looks like I still can do a 2-pair. Oh. Keep messing that. A chance for 2-pair. Because I am an idiot. Luckily I keep winning now. This is one I... Okay. Quit. Okay. Now it's back to the downtown district. Back to the exchange shop. Okay, my merch is pretty nifty. It's missing a little something to pull it together, like those katanas we got down in the storeroom here. I should make Vaughn and Rouge from the city. We can play a sword fight together. You really need actual swords for a children's game? I also cannot endorse this misuse of Kagamaru's intellectual property. Getting down to the server? Well, alright, you guys are regulars, so I guess it's fine. Don't touch anything, it's not my fault if you have to come back up in a body bag. Thanks for the heads up. This is where you find the lunchbox recipe. Just as the president arrested, a giant eyesore of a tree pops up. Timing's a little too good on my count. That paradigm we're now wide open for two major powers. Talk about a rock and a hard place. Hey, things are getting interesting around here. It's a good day to be an arms dealer. I think you'd be thinking about the bottom line over anything else. Maybe we'll make a few exchanges ourselves. Yep. Alright. Now it's time for me to get those Sumerian ore shards. One of them. It's up the top of the tower. Or cheese tower. Put in my delivered to the iPhone 16. Cool to saddle right with you? Of course, go right ahead. Very well. All data on information terminals, yes, please. Would you like to check immediately? Yes, please. Gnosis is a drug made from Thoroughbred grass, a legendary plant who grows directly on top of septine veins. The way it is prepared together with D gives the user enhanced physical abilities and sensory and draws out their latent power. These effects, however, are mere preparations. The real potential lies elsewhere. Gnosis allows users to link their mind to the revered spirit of D. By doing so, D can draw knowledge from the connected minds, and thereupon stimulate her growth. When enough knowledge is amassed to achieve wisdom, D will be resurrected. Moreover, Gnosis left room for improvement by pushing the capabilities of its users to their limits. The supply of knowledge of D to D would steadily decrease. After 500 years of research, our order has increased the effects of Gnosis and repeated the so-called ceremonies. The speed that was unfathomable 5 centuries prior, completion of Gnosis lay within reach while we hit an unforeseen obstacle. Due to the scale of our experiments, we were detected by the authorities and the Bracer Guild. They led coordinated assaults on our lodges and ultimately our order. Foolish beyond words, indeed. After all, what are a few sacrifices at the cost of resurrecting a true god? In secrecy, I collected the data from the destroyed lodges and arrived at Crossbell, the land of origin. As pleurograss, the foremost ingredient for Gnosis, grows in abundance in the southern wetlands of Crossbell, there would never be a shortage of raw materials, in addition to the highly advanced facilities once installed by the alchemists from the Middle Ages to the depths of the Sun Fort. I was blessed on with the environment to continue my research and finish the secret remedy. There is a detailed record of Gnosis, the drug taking it across. Draws out latent. It's even capable of inducing that or demonization effect. How mysterious that one pill can do so much. The ingredient is pleurograss, which grows in abundance across both southern wetlands. So we confirm where Joachim had been getting such a large supply of materials to produce such a. There was something else I found particular in this data's passage on what purpose Gnosis serves. According to Joachim, the drug is capable of resurrecting their so-called true god D. How could that be? It sounds too absurd to be true. Gnosis also has been conducting these repulsive ceremonies over the course of 500 years. I was fortunate to be saved by Guy and the others. There were so many victims, far more than we. Yeah, and he brushed it off. That whole what are a few sacrifices bit. The rest of those cold bastards can keep on burning where they are. And now even involved is the cold may be gone, but the dangers they've created continue to spread. We can't forget that. You're absolutely right. As police officers, we have a duty to ensure that Gnosis doesn't bring calm to Crossbell. just as we would any drug. I couldn't agree more. Now, this covers all the information that was recovered about Gnosis. Should try using the remaining fragments to decrypt more data. If you find any other quartz fragments, come back and bring them to me. You're also welcome to review the data we've already encrypted whenever you... Right, thanks for the info too. Torpedoes will combat. Please come short. Ah, there's still one more piece of quartz. I need to find more of that. I don't need to find, but it would be nice to find. Lots of people in here. Let's go to the roof and get that Zamirian ore shard. Shard. Let's go and see how Mr. Dieter is doing with being imprisoned next to Jenny Craig. Good to see you, Special Support Section. Likewise. This is where you're keeping him in? Yes, this is where the President, where Dieter Croy is being detained. Mind if I ask how he is? Seemed bewildered when he was taken into custody, but he's since calmed down. Hasn't put up any resistance at least, so we haven't had to add any additional security. You're allowed to see him if you like. Chief Sergei's orders. Gotcha. What should we do, Lord? Yeah, let's do it. I'm curious about what's on his mind. I'd like to hear from the man himself. Very well, go on in. So, you've come to see me. Haha! What in heaven's for? I'm an international criminal. Hello, Dieter. Uncle. You know, I've come to realize something being isolated like this. Elle was absolutely right. I was never more than a conduit for Ian's ambitions. From my soapbox, I constantly preached that justice was an ideal worth pursuing, regardless of the sacrifices. In the end, what did it get me? I've fallen from grace, ejected from my presidential post, and discarded by my only daughter. Ha! That green-haired boy from the society pales in comparison to me. I'm the real fool here. And so we can't completely condemn you. It's only natural someone to stick to their beliefs when their personal justice is on the line. What you've done is inexcusable, but no one can claim you weren't genuinely trying to protect your husband. True enough. I don't think that speech you gave to us about justice back in the IBC was something you just pulled out of your ass. In your words, humankind are creatures that will, to our dying breath, chase after the ideal of justice. I believe the citizens across will approve of your Declaration of Independence, because your sense of justice resonated with them. But public opinion aside, the methods you employed were anything but just. Even if Crossbell retains its independence, even if your justice is held and peace is achieved, this alone won't heal the wounds of those who are harmed in the process. Try to bring peace to Crossbell by sacrificing the innocent. As far as I'm concerned, that makes every word of your inauguration speech hollow. That's exactly right, Ellie. That's exactly right, Ellie. You speak nothing but truth. Perhaps I was blinded by my own idealistic dreams once Kia's power stood within my grasp. Ian saw through my self-deception before I ever could, and so I became a puppet on a string for him to manipulate. Mr. Yeah. At the end of the day, justice is something carried out by one's power and will. That fact remains as true as the first time I said it. I expect you to stay faithful to your humanity, to continue your pursuit of the justice you must believe in. To come out all involved, you will need to demonstrate to Ian and the others your own power, your own will. Easier said than done. There's no reason to back down. Ready to do whatever it takes. It's the only way we're going to get Kia back. That's right. In that case, I won't say anything more. Ian is one matter, but as far as Vel goes, well, she may be my daughter. Even I have no idea how far she's willing to go for this. With all that in mind, will you be able to take the next step forward and rescue Kia? I suppose we shall see soon enough. Hey, Mademoiselle. Are you alright? Don't worry, I'm fine. Part of me was worried for Uncle Dieter after the way they'll completely abandon him. Yet he seemed surprisingly composed. I was thinking the same. I guess that makes me one less worry on our hands. He's right about one thing there. It's time for us to take the next step forward. What's the basement 8th floor for? Oh yeah. I was down into the depths. Alrighty, so now I'll go to the garage. Go to the garage. Tactics. Put that in there. Tree maiden. That's for sure. Speaking of which, one of our priestesses had checked in a bit ago. I think I'll bring them some coffee later. Wait, is that Reese? Now this is where you two have been. Yes, SS. Good, well, Lilith, how's it going? We heard about your victory. Yeah, big elves were shooting that high-flying iron out of the sky. Truly, it's a spectacular feat. Well done. Yeah, thanks, we didn't exactly come out of it unscathed, though. Had to go all out. I'm pretty drained right now. Gonna take me a bit to recharge. The boss did mention something about that. The power you have comes at a great cost, right? I guess you channeled your Sigma's power into the Merkaba and released it all at once. Oh, Kevin, how reckless can you get? The last thing the girls traded me is for the fifth spot to be vacant again. Was that dangerous? It was. Stigmas are a source of forbidden power that is difficult for the human body to contain. There is a limit to how much of it can be released at one time. A Dominion would never be so foolish or reckless to push that limit, but a responsible one. Not a responsible one, anyways. Sheesh, Reese. Said I'm sorry. Give me a break already, will you? Ha. She really is your. She's really got your number. Crossroads don't mean so far cry from what I've heard about them. In other news, how about that last second twist down in the wetlands, eh? The Azure tree, a miracle, born of mankind's obstinance. It's unthinkable that any living being from Adios could manifest something like that. And at its core is Kia's power. That's right. Well, honestly, we have yet to come to terms with it ourselves. But even still, we plan to close this case our way. This is personal for us. Not just as the SSS, but as Kia's family. Never doubt it. You make your stance pretty clear than the last time we were face to face. Armakawa's gonna be out of commission for a while. You come lend you your hand though, if we can get back up and running. Even if we don't, I know Adios will be protecting you. Be careful. You got it, Reese. We must be going then. Armakawa's gonna be out of commission for a while. Gonna lend you your hand if we can. And Wowzy, you better not do anything too crazy out there. Take it from me. Blow through your power all it's gonna hurt. If it doesn't outright kill you, it is. Right, I'll take that charge. Oh yeah, before I forget, take this load. Whoa, for real? Where'd you get this? I found it where the iron crashed. Probably broke off of impact. I picked it up thinking you might be able to put it to use. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. Go ahead and have it anyway. Well, if you insist. Thanks, Father Kevin. During Sunday school, subscribe the girls such as myself shouldn't be interjecting with her personal view. I want nothing more than you bring her home and put a smile back on her face. Thank you, Reese. Yours was a smile worth taking. Harold and his family returned to the city. I was just getting to know Sophia. I was sad to see them go. I understand why they had to. You can hop on that bus and go visit her. Anytime. Been looking for a way to deal with the pleural grass in these lotus fields. Problem is, the moment you weed it out, it grows right back. If only we could get rid of it all. Agreed. Removing these plants should be a top priority, seeing as they're known to cause cryptids to appear. Yeah, I'm gonna try some things out for now, and see if I can make any progress. Oh, by the way, there's something I want you all to know. It's time. I'm ready to set a date, and then I will with her. Have I brought it up to her yet? Everything going on, preparations are already underway. Oh my, congratulations, Hugo. Ah, thanks. The latest round of drama reminded me how much I love her. She's the one I'm fighting to protect. You'll get your invitations once the date is set. I hope you can make it. Who was Pearl again? See if we can't find. Wasn't her. Where? Pearl. Never used to pay much attention to Keith, but he surprised me this time. Can't believe I'm saying it, but he's more man than I gave him credit. Guess I owe the guy cracking up on him. Truth be told, guy like me can't make heads or tails of that tree. So I'm gonna stop me from protecting Celia, no matter what. I told her that. She laughed right in my face. Okay. Time to go. Or the Markel. Travel in the Markel. Up to the mining village. After all that commotion way down south, a couple of exhausted bracers, a crying little girl showed up. I'm guessing they were part of the group that freed Crossbow. Happy to host them for as long as they need. Any allies of the resistance or allies of ours. Gans and Marlowe looked weirdly gay while they were off on their way. I bet they're planning to throw a party tonight to celebrate the mines reopening. Jeez, what a pain. Considering everything else going on outside the village, it's relief to know some things never change. Oh, hey. Oh, hey, guys. Hello. Still, Joshua. So this is where you went after the operation. Heard you guys laid waste to one of those ions. Indeed, with Paternoster, you all must make for a formidable team. Yeah. Well, it's true that we wouldn't have been here. We wouldn't be here if not for his sacrifice. Huh? Come to think of it, where's Ram? Fast asleep. Master York? I wonder where you were here. Well, I am at their request. Despite the chaos outside, I couldn't stay away from after Potawato's death. Hatakiism died? Wait, so you mean? Yeah, he grabbed that blue ion, dragged it to the clouds with him, and then he self-destructed. Completely out of his own volition. That's what happened. The machine opted to sacrifice itself. Paternoster. She's probably been crying for hours, huh? Poor girl must be tired out by now. Of course she is. The two were so close, they were practically inseparable. Paternoster resigned itself to its fate. I cannot help but admire it. The heart it displayed in choosing to give its own life to protect that girl. As a lawmaker, I couldn't be prouder. Meister. We've been getting reports about what's going on. Things have gotten worse, haven't they? We're having to lend you some help once we're fully recovered. Thanks, you two, but we don't have to worry about that. Your house should be your top priority right now. Take all the time you need. Not saying we want to end up like little Mrs. Dull. But taking keto back is something we gotta do on our own. No holds barred. We gotta respect that. Good luck, guys. Be careful out there. May the gods protect you all. Paternoster, why did you run? She let her rest. Automator's logic circuits were not originally designed with autonomous functionality in mind. Perhaps through its time with Ren, it acquired something akin to a soul. I've been a doll maker for decades now, but evidently I still have much to learn. That feeling is something she was unable to process properly in the past. With this, her world begins anew. You guys better be careful out there. Give him a good fight. Please don't end up like Paternoster. You got that? Yeah. Loud and clear still. Yeah, I probably wouldn't be alive in Keaton right now if it weren't for the big guy. We should have thanked him at the doll studio while we still had the chance. Yeah, I wish we could have gotten to spend more time with him too. Don't worry about Ren, by the way. He's grown a lot stronger these past 6 months. She's not alone anymore. I know she can take you through this. It's great to hear. Please give her our regards when she wakes up. We're told that Professor Novartis has already left Cross Berlin. Must be relieved to know that you won't have to deal with the society from here on. To be honest, we're not even sure what our goal there. Though from the sound of it, their sights are squarely set on the Empire. Phantasmal Blaze Clan. They did to Crossbow may have only been the first ripple of a much larger scheme. Hope Olivier and the others are alright. You say Olivier. Talking about Prince Oliver, yeah? Yeah. Haven't been able to get in contact with him since the Civil War in Erebony began. He's probably not in any danger, as long as Miller's with him, but then again, it's natural to be worried given the circumstances. Oh, that reminds you should have this. Where'd you get this? Found it where Potter Mater passed away, assuming it broke off of the island. Maybe you can find some good use for it. I say we'll do our best. The Azure tree. Think whatever's going on there is seen in greater scale than when the Liberarch showed up in Liberal. Be careful, anyway, everyone. Okay. Oh, we can get 3. Awesome. Oh, yeah, shoot. Okay. Might as well go see what Sony has to say. Up on the roof. Up on the rooftop. Commander Bales! I was wondering where you were. Ah, hello there, SSS. Quite the view, ain't it? Saw it happen too, that white iron obliterating the railway guns in the blink of an eye. She didn't do it herself, but Kia's power still the cause of this. We received some intriguing intel from the Empire that you may like to hear, although we have no way to get them. There are soldiers unaccounted for, but the Imperial Army has yet to confirm a single casualty as a result of the Iron's attack. Are you saying they could still be alive? Who knows what happened to the fortress? It would be a miracle. Again, that is unconfirmed, nor do we understand what happened during the attack from a scientific standpoint. But the matter has affected the White Iron's ability to manipulate space. May not been destroyed per se. That is the case, and Kia may have influenced miracles subconsciously. I'm sure Erebony is suffering enough due to the war. It'd be a relief if their soldiers could be returned. By the way, I heard the good news. Your operation in Crossbow City was quite a success, it seems. Ha, went better than we ever could have expected. Couldn't have pulled it off not for you, Commander. It was your slip of the tongue that allowed us to pursue the Declaration of Invalidity. Please, I didn't do anything of note. Everything you have achieved is of your own doing. I have merely commanded the Crossbow Defense Force in accordance with the orders I was given by the President. Now that the state's independence has been called into question, I may not be fit to serve in this position anymore. Wait, what are you saying? I've been going a bit overboard, don't you think? You needn't worry. I fully understand what it is required of me here and now. As for what I'll do when all this is over, however, that's hard to say. Regardless, for the time being, I will carry out my rule as commander to the best of my ability. I'm glad we don't have those hands anyway. I don't think any person should be allowed to wield that kind of power. Imperial nobles have deployed an aerial warship for use in this area. Something like that got paired with the Imperial Army's armor division, the Empire would be unstoppable. I can't be the only one wishing we still had those islands to protect us. Alrighty. Now. Sorry, my stream interface is kind of being weird. It was the East Crossbow Highway? No. It was the West Crossbow Highway. New. Combat. Let's make sure we got everything. Main's Mountain Path. The thing we don't have is the Shang Palm. What? We don't have the Burger Bug? The Burger Bug. Alright, well. think that's where I need to go. Ah, there's a Zemurian ore shard. There's a Zemurian ore shard. I shot it. Okay. Oh, burger bug. There you go, and scan the burger bug. Burger bug! Sword sounds so awesome. The burger bug. I'm surprised I didn't check that out the first time I was. What? Resort. But before I take care of this, since this is a trading 13, 14, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yep. Edwin Arnold had never been able to get the better of that girl, not even once. He was confident in his physical strength and thought himself fairly shot to boot. Yet despite that, he was caught in a losing streak that left him at a loss for words. Not much has changed since that day 2 years ago, and perhaps it never would. The wave of light set everything hurtling up in the sky. Edwin found himself suspended aloft, Agnes's hands in his. They were soft and warm as sunshine. Her whole body shone, her cream blonde hair flickering like white-hot flames. Thank you, Ed. It's been fun. Wait, what's going on? Where am I? Am I dreaming? Haha, Ed, you're as dense as ever. Even though you won't be able to remember what happened today, there's something I need to tell you. Agnes smiled. It was a rare expansion of pure happiness. She'd never shown it to anyone before, simply because she had never been able to until I'm a magician, Ed. This is who I truly am. Edwin wasn't sure if he was shocked or if he had somehow already knew. Now that he thought back on it, Agnes was smart, good in a fight, seemingly knew everything, and had a sharp intuition to boot. It explained a lot if she was a magician. Well, that's Agnes for you. Now go fix me a bourbon. If she could, she would have served him an iced tea instead. That was impossible. Agnes was no longer in Anchorville. Edwin was finally released from the hospital after being treated for 2 ribs. He didn't remember breaking. From there, he boarded a long-distance oral bus bound for the capital. It was too far of a trip for his trusty bicycle. Besides, the idle time he spent on the bus would give him a good chance to plan his next move. Alex Montaigne had been arrested for the murder of Weberhart, and Ed's investigation into Tise revealed that her grave had been desecrated. He prayed that she could now rest in peace. Even the deadly string of car accidents had finally come to an end. Leaning against the shaking frame of a bus, Edwin thought about the future. People of Angerville had completely forgotten the events of that day. Nobody knew that Agnes had vanished. Even Edwin could scarcely recall what happened that night. Every day he tried with all his might to remember. Only recently did he manage to recollect his final words. This won't be the last time we meet. Well, so long as you don't become a reporter, that is. Huh, what do you mean by that? Well, reporters are supposed to shine a light on the vague and obscure, aren't they? Agnes clasped her hand around the Esmelis necklace she wore. Her pain was as clear as day. You're way too oblivious for your own feelings. Of your own feelings, Ed. Well, I'm still not giving up. I'm going to become a righteous reporter, no matter what she says. From a spot by the window, Edwin flicked through his notebook to check his agenda. Being a freelance reporter was more challenging than he'd ever imagined. Brandon, in particular, had gotten frustrated countless times while training him. There's no way I can back down from hearing stuff like that. Agnes, of all people. She says we can never meet again. Well, I don't believe that. I'm going to keep on being a reporter. I'll make my feelings clear as day. Once I'm just you wait, Agnes. I swear I'll find you. The wind raced upon the wide, open prairie. Calvert's winds were magnificent. There was a real strong gust, huh? A certain girl mounted in this very same bus long ago, her chin resting in her hands as her cream blonde head bobbed in the daylight. Wherever that girl went, the sunshine would follow, just as when she arrived in Anchorville. Edwin chuckled softly to himself. A righteous reporter can only believe in what he's seen with his own eyes, you know. The bus traveled down a gravel road past a vast blue August sky. Well. Those books you have on you. They happen to be from the sunshine, Agnes. I see them around the city from time to time. What, you mean these novels? Yeah, it just so happens that we gather every volume. Well, isn't that wonderful? I've had the privilege of leafing through one of them before. It was quite an insightful read. The story is fiction, of course, but couldn't help feeling a bit of kinship with the heroine. In any case, I've decided to remain here as a spectator to these events unfolding across me. That series would make for a lovely bit of light reading to pass the time with. We do have the entire collection. Should we hand it over to you? Here you are, miss. I'd like for you to have these. Oh, are you positive about this? Well, I'd think so, then yes. Most of them we received as gifts anyways. Yep, so go ahead, babe. Read your heart out. If you insist, I would gladly accept them. It'd be rude of me to accept these without offering you anything in return.
I couldn't possibly have that. So please, have this, Janus. Wait, is this? It fell into my hands some time ago in the other line of work. You may take it if you like, though I cannot say if you'll find a use for it. Are you sure you're okay with that? It seems like it could be valuable. Oh, it's quite alright with me. After all, I am but witness to how this turmoil in Crossbell is unfolding. Granting you this small gift should be hardly qualified as interfering. Ignore me, I'm simply thinking aloud. Be sure to take good care of it. We will, thank you very much. Who? The green hair. I wonder if the fortune teller could be Luciola. Have one more Sumerian ore. That is weird. It claims... Well... I'll go back to Julian. Grab that last bit, and then I shall bid you guys adieu. And next time, great jumping. Jerome Rats, is that a Zemurian ore? I can make you a weapon like you've never seen before with that thing. Heck, I can even get started right now. What did you say? Sure, let's do it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You can only make one at a time, so think long and hard about what kind of weapon you want. Let's do the Cosmo Collapser. Okay, I'm ready to pick. Can you make this one? You got it, pal. Alright. I'm sure it'll come in handy. Now go get him out there. Oh. No. We want Dawn Crown. Okay. Well, it looks like... Let's see if we can get something in here. Shroud. one last thing before we head in for the... Well, we're looking for a burger bug. A burger bug. You like a burger bug? Oh, it's east. The burger bug. I'm looking for the burger bug. Burger bug. A burger bug. The burger bug. I ordered a lot of dishes to the Jizo. I weren't meant to formal prayers or anything, but it wouldn't hurt to try. Hey guys, since we're already here, why don't we offer prayer to the Jizo set before we head out? Sounds like a reason not to. Sentiments behind it. A werewolf for a few minutes it'll take to make. Bit of meditation. Review our morals. So come on, let's get praying. In Eastern tradition, I believe you'll join hands up to assist right. Pretty sure you're also supposed to drop your shoulders and put your hands at a 45-degree angle. There are a lot of customers associated with prayer. But I think it's fine if you pray as you would in a church. Sure, I think we can manage that. Oh dear, my apologies. My hearing isn't what it used to be these days. Could it be? Pardon? I may be wrong, but are you the ones responsible for leaving so many dishes full of great Jizo? Great Jizo, wait a minute. You must be the anonymous neighbor. Why, yes, so it is you. And to think those offerings came from you, adorable little youngsters. I thought for sure someone closer to my age. Well, to be fair, we're mostly just doing this as motivation to improve our cooking. Man, talk about a shocker. You're the lady we see in the downtown district every now and then. Right? Given the level of literary sophistication in that letters, I always suspected the author was an older adult. I do apologize for taking up so much of your all time, my scrollings. To think I was writing to all you all along. But this world is always filled with so much love. This Jizo had witnessed many trying times throughout the prosperous city. Once it was even demolished. However, time and again, the people of this neighborhood would repair it with great care. People seldom visit it these days, yet I'm glad it still holds significance. Ah, that reminds me, I have something here that might interest you. Admittedly, it's merely a gift I'm hoping to re-give, but perhaps all of you can appreciate it better. You really don't have to do that. No, don't need to be modest. Consider it as a small token of my gratitude. An old friend gave that to me, but I have no use for such things. That Imelda, she always had trouble when it comes to giving gifts. Farewell then. I'd be delighted if you could continue visiting the Great Jizo when you have the chance. I'll get what her deal is. That was one classy old lady. Often see her basking in the sun in front of my apartment. She lives in the downtown district now, but I believe she used to reside somewhere elsewhere. I always thought her quite beautiful, though. This is a master quartz. Did she say she got it from Imelda? She was as kind as she was mysterious. I do recall grandfather mentioning a woman one generation his senior, who was once regarded as the belle of Crossvale Hall. So surely he didn't mean her, right? I'm coming back to pay a little respect for the Jizo every now and then. Eddie certainly will not. Anyway, shouldn't we be heading out? Oh, our the results? Yeah, we should. I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready for shits about anything now. Let's go, everyone. Okay. Let's at least get to where that last bit of monster is. Got all those. Got all those. Got all those. The one I don't have here is the Shining Palm. Gold mine. Got all that. Crossbow. Oh. Apparently there's an org garage. Hopefully that... Tangent gate. Or cheese tower. Nice forest. Wetlands. Oh, mine. Harbor district. Geofront Sea sector. Castle of Mirrors. Prison. St. Lucie Medical College. Bellegarde Gate. I have 2 more to get. One. Actually, let's see if we can find the Borg Mirage. Might be able to find it. I'll go up and down this once. See if I can find it. I think that was a boss earlier, so. So I might not be able to get. If I cannot find this, then I should see. can at least... Okay. Well, with that... does not look like it is up there. So... I shall traverse. To the upper. There's mountain path. Nope. Not there. These. Okay. So all that's left is that one. So with that, I should bid you guys adieu. Once we get back to the and this is a live Let's Play, so... Yes. Well... And next time, we go to the final dungeon. Oh yeah. Smell you later?